Hi guys, so Moto Racer 4 was released a little while back and revives a series which dates back all the way to 1997, and for the last main Moto Racer title you have to cast your mind all the way back to 2001's Moto Racer 3. So in this overview video we'll be taking a look at the content on offer, including all the different modes, the various environments, bikes, tracks, along with the VR implementation. So much like earlier games in the Moto Racer series, the game takes place on both roads and on dirt. On roads you'll be expected to weave in and out of the occasional traffic. The action is very high speed. You can see they're using the wheelies. So basically the wheelies do charge up every 5 seconds or so. Once you hit the wheelie button there is some timing involved where you have to release the button when you see the triangle fill there in the middle. This will unleash a speed boost. So this wheelie mechanic basically forms the backbone of the game, and as soon as a wheelie becomes available you really do need to use it, especially if you want to win in the 2 and 3 star races, which are particularly challenging. So the game does throw the odd shortcut at you, as you can see here, some of which are quite difficult to spot, and of course they do vary in usefulness as well. On dirt you'll be expected to negotiate a number of bumps and jumps, which does give you the opportunity to take to the airs to pull a few tricks. Now tricks do grant you speed boost upon landing them, but as you can build up speed boosts very easily with the wheelies, it does severely limit the points of the tricks in the first place. However, what the tricks do give you are style points. Now if you meet the style point objective for that particular track, you will be granted upgrade points which can be spent on your bikes, which you will see in just a moment. So Moto Racer 4 has 14 tracks in total, which are equally split between the road and dirt variants. So Moto Racer 4 has 3 different camera viewpoints on offer. You have the first person cockpit view, which is actually surprisingly playable, and of course you have the traditional chase cam, and then there's the further chase cam as well. Personally I like to jump between the first person viewpoint and the close chase cam, I find both views very playable. So the career mode is split between 10 different tiles, the first of which is unlocked from the start. However, the rest will require you gaining a certain number of stars to unlock. So each tile has a number of races, and you can unlock bikes and characters as well as different riding techniques along the way. So rider techniques basically are a bunch of extra speed boosts which you can unlock upon progressing through the career mode. So you tell the game whether you want to go for 1 stars, 2 stars or 3 stars. And the way to really make sense of this is your 1 star races are your easy races, 2s are your medium, and 3 stars are the hard races. So for the 1 star events you need to finish in the top 3 placed. For the 2 star events you need to finish in the top 2. And for the 3 star events you need to finish in first place. So there are a number of different event types in the game. Besides traditional racing you have events like last man standing and survival, among others. So besides the career mode, Moto Racer 4 also features quick game, split screen and online modes. The game features 10 different characters, all with their own bikes and unique styles. All the bikes can be upgraded to the predetermined maximums, and every bike can also be customised with a different range of colours for the suits, helmet, the emblem and the fairings. And you can even choose your horns and alternate colours as well. So perhaps one of Moto Racer 4's biggest selling points is the VR compatibility, or so we thought at least. But the truth is, unfortunately, it only supports 2 modes at the moment, which is time attack and the hot lap modes. Both modes will see you racing on your own, so there's no actual racing against other competitors as of yet. Although it is worth stating the developer has assured us that VR compatibility will be rolled out in all modes at a later date. So currently only the road races are available to race in VR mode. If you do try to select a dirt race in PlayStation VR mode, the game plays out in the cinema mode rather than in full virtual reality, which is a shame. As you can see from the environments, they do suffer from lots of jaggies. So, you know, if you thought Drive Club was bad, well, Moto Racer 4 is a little bit worse. Quite noticeably worse actually, and you know, it's not a mode that I spent a great deal of time with because, you know, it does make you feel a little bit off once you've spent you know, a reasonable amount of time with it. because, you know, it is probably one of those games that will make you feel a little bit ill should you spend any longer than, say, 10 or 15 minutes with, just sheerly because of those jaggies, which people experience a lot of problems with the jaggies in Drive Club VR. But, you know, it is early days for the VR technology. It's nice to see a few games supporting the PlayStation VR, but of course we've got a long way to go, and, you know, hopefully in the future we'll see titles that were built from the ground up for VR, and which will do away with a lot of these jaggies. So that brings to a close our overview video for Moto Racer 4. You can look out for the review on the website in the coming days. If you found value in the video, we'd appreciate a thumbs up, and of course if you want to keep up to date on all your favourite racing games, make sure you are subscribing. Thanks for watching.